I guess welcome to Michigan for the people that haven't been here before. I am up in the northern part of Michigan. If we can, I guess we can see that. That's kind of small print down here, but that's Detroit down here. I live up in the northern part of Michigan. It's a resort area where everybody comes to play, and I get to live here. And great place to live, and we love it here. I don't use chucks. Why don't I use chucks? Chucks are a weak link. Again, it goes back to limits and obstacles. I don't want the chuck to be in my way, be a weak link for my holding method. I can hold something with a faceplate or a glue block stronger, faster, safer, bigger. Everything becomes better without a chuck. Why should I use a chuck? So I never use a chuck. If you see my IRD, I'm doing one November 8th. Is going to be on a finial for Christmas ornament. It's a two-part series. And I'm going to do a little finial without a chuck, just to show you that it can be done. If I didn't have a chuck that came with one of the lathes I bought, I probably would have never had a chuck. I'd never use it. It's not that a chuck fails. A chuck is an expensive, good instrument, precision instrument, but we're grabbing a sponge. We're compressing the fibers, and it's not a very good vehicle to transfer the power and stability and strength of the lathe out to the piece of wood with no vibration. Vibration's the enemy here, so we don't want the chucking method to fail and allow us to have vibration. Then we have to have, because we're afraid that something bad's going to happen to the chuck, we have to have the tailstock up, and that's in the way. And I don't need the tailstock if I'm doing a piece with a faceplate. Nothing can ever happen that can go off, move off axis, or come off the lathe on a faceplate compared to a chuck. All of the fear of something bad happening be just because you're using a chuck. I don't need all that, so I don't use a chuck. If you like the kind of teaching I do and the details that I get into, come back and see me again. Do me a favor, if you will, and talk about this on your Facebook page or to your club members. Put it in your newsletter that this stuff is available for a real reasonable price, and even the vendor showcase, even free events that we do, and point them in our direction. There's a lot of us that are doing this, Cindy and Todd and many of us around the country that are doing these remote demos. And so the resources there, that there's a lot of learning and a lot of fun, a lot of entertainment to be seen and watching people turn and do their thing. And there's so many different methods and techniques that you can never get tired of watching it. So promote it on your social media, if you will, and pass the good word that we're doing the job up here, and we'll see you in a few weeks.